See, today's topic was cerebrum. Okay, so spleen already you have studied. Microscopic structure. Macroscopic structure of spleen you have studied, right? Okay, so here also before I start, let me tell you one thing. The concept will be connective tissue capsule is there. Okay. Now from the connective tissue capsule, septa is going, dividing it into different lobules. If you take those lobules, cortex and medulla will be there. Cortex का staining अलग होता है, medulla का staining अलग होता है. And though these are lymphoid tissue, so you will be getting different types of lymphocytes. Okay, that basic concept will remain same for all the structures. Okay. So first we will start with the spleen. As you know, spleen is the largest lymphoid organ of our body. Okay. What is the function of the spleen? Filters the blood. Filters the blood in the case if any damaged RBC is there or older RBC is there. So that is removed by the spleen. Next, during fetal life, the spleen acts as a erythropoietic site. That means the blood cell formation takes place in the spleen during intraembryonic life. Okay. Next, histologically, if you see, spleen shows capsule. As I said, then a trabecule will be there, and along with that, you will be getting white pulp and red pulp. Now, if you remember, last time I have mentioned that any structure, first of all, stroma is there and parenchyma is there, right? So here, in case of spleen, which will be the stroma will be the capsule and the trabecule. These two will form the stroma, and the parenchyma is made up of red pulp and white pulp. Now, red pulp, white pulp doesn't mean that white color and red color. ऐसा नहीं होता है. Okay, you have to understand the concept of red pulp and white pulp. Now, this is the overall structure of the spleen. Okay, this is the overall structure of the spleen. So first of all, you can see the capsule and trabecule. Okay. Now please note that this particular part, capsule and trabecule, along with that the connective tissue which is present, that is the stroma of the structure, stroma of the gland. Okay. Next, here you can see the parenchyma. So this entire part is parenchyma. This is also under parenchyma. Okay. Now here, first of all, capsule is there, which is surrounding the gland. Then trabeculae are there, covered, which is made up of dense connective tissue, and it is having myofibroblast. Now trabeculae which will arise, they will go deep into the parenchyma. Okay, and it will divide it into small lobules. Next, if you see the parenchyma, it is made up of two parts, white pulp and red pulp. Though you are studying histology, so you should know what is the appearance, what will be the appearance of the white pulp and red pulp. ठीक है, appearance कैसा होगा? When you will see under microscope, ये जो particular area है white pulp, इसका appearance कैसा होगा? ये जो area है red pulp, इसका appearance कैसा होगा? Okay, that is important because that you are going to see under microscope. So if you see white pulp, it is darkly stained. Now, which type of appearance will be there? Basophilic appearance. Basophilic appearance का मतलब क्या है? If it is basophilic, what will be the color? Huh? Basophilic. If it is basophilic, what will be the color? Blue color. B for B. Basophilic means appearance will be blue color. Okay. So first of all, it is darkly stained basophilic, and in that you will be getting the central arteriole. So one central arteriole will be there. Now this particular central arteriole will be covered, or you can say will be encapsulated by two things. First of all, periarterial lymphatic sheath, which is made up of T cell, and splenic nodules are also called as Malpighian corpuscles, where instead of T cells you will be getting the B cells. That means T lymphocytes and B lymphocytes. Okay. Now इसका difference क्या है? What is the difference between T cells and B cells? If that particular area is affected or is exposed to any antigen, at that time you will be getting the B cell, or else mostly the T cells are present. Okay, that's why you see here it is written germinal center are present. Okay. Next, so this is the white pulp. तो white pulp का appearance कैसा होगा? How will be the appearance in case of white pulp? Darkly stained, that also basophilic, मतलब blue color का appearance होगा. And in the center, what you will see? what you will see, arteriole. Okay, now there is one point. If arteriole is present, okay, then it will be covered by some cells. Which cells? T lymphocytes. Then it is called as periarterial lymphatic sheath. At that time the artery or the arteriole is at the center. Now if it is covered by this particular B cells, okay, where it is called as splenic nodules or Malpighian corpuscles, then it is not concentric, it becomes eccentric. What is the difference between concentric and eccentric? Eccentric का मतलब क्या है? Not at the center. Concentric मतलब at the center. In this case mostly you will be getting concentric. In this case you will be getting eccentric. Why? Because of the formation of the germinal center that will push it towards the periphery. Like this you can differentiate, ठीक है, under low magnification. So this is the white pulp. Next another part is there, that is the red pulp. ठीक है, तो red pulp पे क्या रहता है? It is lightly stained and eosinophilic. If it is eosinophilic, what will be the appearance? eosinophilic हुआ तो appearance कैसा होगा? No, color, purple color, pink or purple color will be there. Not purple, you can say pink color will be there. Okay, so this particular red pulp will be pink in color, lightly stained. Okay, it is eosinophilic. Now it is also made up of two parts. What are they? These are the cords of Billroth, where different types of cells are present, and those cells are arranged in the form of cords. So which are the cells? RBCs are there, lymphocytes, macrophages, plasma cells. Okay, these cells together they are arranged in the form of cords, and those cords are separated from each other by the splenic sinusoids. Okay, now what is sinusoids? Already we have discussed. Now here is a point. If you see the sinusoids here, they are lined by a specialized cell. Sinusoid में कौन सा cells रहता है? What are the cells present in sinusoids? Which type of epithelium? Endothelium. साइनोसॉइड्स में एंडोथेलियम रहता है. दैट ऑल्सो एंडोथेलियम का जो बेसमेंट मेम्ब्रेन है, दे आर नॉट कंटिन्यूअस विथ ईच अदर. ओके, सेम थिंग इज सीन ओवर हियर, बट द डिफरेंस इज हियर द सेल्स आर इलोंगेटेड. ओके, दे आर बनाना शेपेड एंड दे आर ऑल्सो कॉल्ड एज स्टेब सेल, STAVE, स्टेब सेल्स. ठीक है, तो व्हेन ओल्डर RBCs आर पासिंग थ्रू दिस साइनोसॉइड, व्हाट दे विल डू? दे विल फिल्टर इट. मीन्स दोज ओल्डर RBC cannot pass through the stem cells. Okay, they will filter it. So like this the filtration is taking place over here. So this is the structure. Now in between the white pulp and red pulp, a area is there that is called as marginal zone. In between red pulp and white pulp, the area which is present, that is called as marginal zone. इसमें क्या रहता है? As you can see, contains numerous antigen presenting cell. Okay, now these antigen presenting cells are very important. I hope you know, you have studied about the antigen presenting cell. Okay, for some specialized antigen presenting cells are the dendritic cells. Okay, which are present, they act as a antigen presenting cells. Now let me show you the diagram first. So here you can see the microscopic structure of spleen schematic diagram. Most of the students have drawn the diagram. I have seen it is there in the practical notebook. ठीक है, तो first what you can see, what is this? ये क्या है? What is this? Capsule, connective tissue capsule. See, this is the connective tissue capsule. From connective tissue capsule, what is coming down? Septa or trabeculae. Okay, septa or trabeculae. You can see. So this septa or trabeculae is coming out. Now when the septa or trabeculae is coming out, along with that blood vessels, lymphatics, they are also going inside. As you can see, the blood vessels are present. Okay. Next, what you can see in the diagram? Can you see the red pulp? Can you see the white pulp? So white pulp कहाँ पे होगा? Where the white pulp is present? So what is this? This is white pulp or red pulp? ये yes, this is white pulp, this is white pulp. Okay, this is white pulp. So how you can identify that this is white pulp? Because it is darkly stained, that also basophilic. And can you see the eccentric arteriole? तो अगर eccentric arteriole है तो इसका मतलब क्या है? Germinal centers are present. ठीक है, अगर concentric हुआ तो germinal centers are absent. Like this you can differentiate. Okay, जर्मिनल सेंटर तभी रहता है व्हेन इट इज एक्सपोज टू एनी एंटीजन, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट तो ये हो गया व्हाइट पल्प। नेक्स्ट कैन यू सी द रेड पल्प, ये देखो दिस आर द रेड पल्प। तो रेड पल्प में क्या रहता है, व्हाट इज प्रेजेंट इन द रेड पल्प? Two things are there in the red pulp. First of all, cells are there. RBC, macrophages, plasma cell, lymphocytes. Okay, those cells, they are in the form of cords, and those cords are separated from each other by sinusoids. So, can you see so many empty spaces in the red pulp? Can you see small empty spaces? These are nothing but the sinusoids. Sinusoids में क्या रहता है? Here in the sinusoids, stab cells are present. That means the endothelium which is present, उसमें modification होता है. The length of the endothelium is increased. Those are called as stab cells, banana shaped. उसका function क्या है? Filtration. They will not allow to pass the older RBC through the sinusoid. Okay, like this the filtration is taking place. Okay, so only that much you have to know about the microscopic structure of spleen. ठीक है, very simple to identify. तो in the capsule, first of all, except the hilum, the surface of the spleen is covered by layer of peritoneum. Okay. Now, deep to the serous layer, you have studied the peritoneal cavity, and you know that spleen is a intraperitoneal organ. Spleen जो होता है, it is intraperitoneal organ. Okay, that means where will be the location of the capsule? Where will be the location of the capsule? Outside of the peritoneum or inside the peritoneum? Inside the peritoneum. That means deep to the peritoneal lining, the capsule is present. Okay, and outside that the peritoneal covering is present. Okay, that means the serous layer. As you can see, deep to the serous layer, the organ is covered completely by connective tissue capsule. Okay, now the trabeculae will arise from the capsule and will enter the parenchyma of the spleen, as we have seen in the diagram. Okay, तो story same रहने वाला है. In case of lymph node also same. In case of thymus also it is same. Okay. Next, always keep that in mind. जितना भी lymphoid organs है, in most of the cases the framework is made up of reticular fibers, or you can say reticular tissue. So see, reticular cells and reticular fibers form the framework or meshwork of the spleen. Okay. Any this one lymphatic tissue, any lymphatic organ, the meshwork is made up of reticular fibers and reticular cells. Okay. Next, the connective tissue of the spleen contain myofibroblast cells. Okay, that contract the capsule and trabeculae, help to discharge the stored blood from the spleen. This is also a very important function of the myofibroblast cells, which are present in the spleen, capsule of the spleen. Next, two parts are there of the parenchyma. What are they? White pulp and red pulp. So white pulp पे क्या रहता है? What is present in the white pulp? Just now we have seen. First of all, there will be a arteriole. Okay, and that is covered by periarterial lymphatic sheath. Now that is formed by T lymphocytes. Okay, as you can see, the appearance will be, what will be the appearance of white pulp? It is darkly stained. That also basophilic. Okay. Next, you can see within the white pulp a branch of splenic artery called central artery, or also called as central arteriole. Okay, eccentric in position. The lymphocyte aggregation around the central artery is called as PALS, periarterial lymphatic sheath. Okay. Now, though in this particular area T lymphocytes are more, that's why it is also called as thymus dependent zone. Okay, कोई भी lymphoid organ है जहाँ पे T lymphocytes ज़्यादा होता है, that is called as thymus dependent zone. Okay, so this particular part is called as thymus dependent zone of the spleen, because वहाँ पे concentration of T lymphocytes are more. Okay, next, here you can see. Okay, this is the white pulp. Okay, so here you can see how the periarterial lymphatic sheath is formed. See, periarterial lymphatic sheath. Okay, that means this is a branch of splenic artery, the arteriole. Okay, Now around the arteriole you can see the aggregation of T lymphocytes are placed. Okay. Now what you have to do, you have to take a TS. So if you take TS, क्या दिखाई देगा? You will see a circle, and that circle is nothing but the blood vessel. And around that you will be looking at the T lymphocyte, aggregation of T lymphocyte. Okay. Now if this thing is replaced by B lymphocyte, then what will happen? If B lymphocytes, ये देखो B lymphocyte हुआ तो क्या होगा? Germinal center will be formed. तो germinal center अगर form हो, it will be pushing the central arteriole. तो ये concentric नहीं रहेगा. At that time, if you take the TS, then what will happen? It will become eccentric. Okay, that is the difference. And in case of T lymphocytes, if B lymphocytes are present, then it is called as Malpighian corpuscles. Okay, that structure is called as Malpighian corpuscle, where you can see the germinal center. Okay, so see, splenic nodule also called as Malpighian corpuscle. At some places, B cell proliferate. Okay, in PALS, that means periarterial lymphatic sheath, where instead of T cell, B cell will proliferate. Okay, at that time, what will happen? And it occurs when it is exposed to any antigen. At that time only B lymphocytes will develop, or B lymphocytes will proliferate. Okay. Now they have eccentric arteriole. Okay, because of the formation of germinal center. Okay. So this is the difference. Next, you can see the lymphatic nodules of the white pulp are aggregation of B lymphocytes, and the germinal centers are the areas B lymphocytes are dividing. Lymphocytes of PALS are chiefly T lymphocytes. Now, most of the cases in PALS, that is periarterial lymphatic sheath, you will be getting the T lymphocytes. Okay, but if you see any germinal center, then note that there will be B lymphocytes. Okay, this is the difference between the Malpighian corpuscles, okay, and PALS. Next is the red pulp. Okay, so red pulp, how it is formed? Red pulp, as you can see, it is just like a sponge permeated by spaces, and this space is filled by splenic sinusoids lined by reticular cells. Now, two components are there: cords of Billroth and sinusoids. Now, cords of Billroth means the cells which are arranged in the form of cords. Those are called as cords of Billroth, and in between them, the sinusoids are present. Okay. Now here you can see different types of cells are there: reticular cells, reticular fibers, lymphocytes, plasma cells, macrophages, and some amount of RBCs. Okay, these are present. Okay, in the splenic cords of Billroth. Now, cords of Billroth are separated by spaces, and these are called as splenic sinusoids. Sinusoids में क्या रहता है? As you can see, splenic sinusoids are lined by elongated banana-shaped endothelial cell. They are endothelial cells only, but they are elongated. And if you see the shape, it is banana-shaped. That's why they are also called as stab cells. तो इसका function क्या है? The opening and closing will filter the RBC. Means जो older RBC है, that will not be able to pass through it. Okay, so that is the filtration which is done by the sinusoids. Okay. Next, marginal zone, where the marginal zone is present in between the red pulp and white pulp, marginal zone is present. Marginal zone का function क्या है? Antigen presenting cells are present. Okay, which will carry the antigen to the, and it will expose it to the B lymphocytes. Okay, so that the antibody can be produced. As you can see, function of marginal zone: antigen presenting cells circulating antigen in contact with lymphocytes in spleen and induce required immune response. Okay, to produce immune response, this marginal zone is very important. This is the schematic diagram. Now, this is the original low magnification image of spleen. Low magnification image. ठीक है? तो पहले क्या दिख रहा है? Can you see the capsule? I hope you can see the capsule. Yes. After that, anyone can you identify where is the red pulp and where is the white pulp? White pulp का color क्या है? So what is this? Red pulp or white pulp? This one. This is white pulp. Why you are saying that this is white pulp? First of all, it is darkly stained and it is basophilic. Next, what you have seen? Can you see the arteriole? Eccentric arteriole. Matlab, what is the meaning? B lymphocytes are present. And you can see the germinal center. ये देखो ये eccentric है, center में नहीं है. मतलब here you will be getting the germinal center. Okay. Now please note that जो germinal center होता है, जो center part है, उसमें जो aggregation होगा lymphocytes का, that will be less. And towards the periphery, the aggregation will be more. Okay. At the center, the lymphocytes which are forming, they are immature. At the periphery, mature lymphocytes are present. That is the germinal center. Okay. Okay. So now what is this? Anyone? ये क्या है? This is also white pulp. ऐसा नहीं है कि only one white pulp will be there. Multiple white pulps are there. ठीक है? तो if this is one white pulp, this is also a white pulp. After that, I hope you can see the red pulp. Okay? Where red pulp generally under low magnification you can't see properly. Okay? Why you can't see properly? Because different types of cells are there, and those cells cannot be seen under 10x. Okay? More than 40x you have to go, then only you can see some cells. So white pulp easily identify होगा. Around the white pulp जो area होगा, those will be the red pulp only. But another important point in case of red pulp, what is the identifying feature under low magnification? Color difference. Okay, eosinophilic. The appearance will be eosinophilic, and along with that you will be able to see small spaces are there, and those spaces are called as sinusoids. Okay, so like this you can easily identify. Okay, next is the lymph node. Have you seen the macroscopic structure of lymph node? Not microscopic, macroscopic structure. Suppose you have taken a lymph node, and after that if you have taken the LS, then what will be the appearance? This will be the appearance. तो यहाँ पे भी देखो story same है. You can see the capsule is there. Can you see? After that, can you see the trabecula? Multiple trabeculae. Then here also cortex is there. Here also medulla is present. But one difference is यहाँ पे दो cortex होता है in case of lymph node. Okay. First is the cortex, then paracortex, and then is medulla. Okay. And after that, here you can see this is the hilum. So if you see the lymph node, इसका जो shape होता है, it is actually kidney shaped. Okay. One convex surface is there and one concave surface is there. जो concave surface होता है, in that you will be getting the hilum. I hope you know the meaning of hilum. जो convex surface होता है, okay, that is very important because afferent lymphatics used to enter the lymph node through the convex surface. Can you see the convex surface? Which is the convex surface? Yes. See, this is the convex surface. तो जो afferent lymphatics है, how it will enter through this convex surface. Okay. Once it enters, so what it will do? First of all, it will pass through the cortex, then a paracortex, then it will come to the medulla. Once it is coming to the medulla, in the medulla, so many medullary sinuses are there. Okay, as you can see, these are the medullary sinuses. So many medullary sinuses are there. Okay, and after that, from the hilum, you can see a efferent lymphatic vessel is coming out. Okay, so lymph कहाँ से आया? Through afferent lymphatic vessel. Then it will pass through the substance of the lymph node, and then it will come out through the efferent lymphatic vessel. Okay. Once it is passing through the lymph node, at that time the filtration is taking place, the removal of the toxic material, the removal of the pathogen, addition of the lymphocytes, all those things are taking place when it is flowing through the lymph node. Okay. So that is the function of the lymph node. Now here you can see the structure of lymph node. Okay. So as I said, first of all, capsule is there, which is made up of dense connective tissue. Capsule is surrounding the gland, and I have shown you the macroscopic structure of lymph node. Okay. Next, here you can see this part is forming the stroma, and parenchyma is made up of cortex and medulla. Okay. Now if you see the parenchyma, as I said, cortex is there and medulla is there. Cortex का भी दो part होता है, outer cortex and paracortex. Means the part of the cortex which is near to the capsule, that is called as outer cortex. ठीक है, and the part of the cortex which is near to the medulla, that is called as paracortex. ठीक है, and the part where the sinuses are present, that is called as medulla. Okay, that's why you will see जो medulla होता है उसमें medullary sinuses रहता है. Okay, now you have to understand, in case of parenchyma, cortex is there. So first of all, what will be the appearance of the cortex? It is darkly stained. ठीक है, first appearance under microscope. Next, if you see the medulla, it is lightly stained. Now, how the cortex is formed? As I said, cortex is having two areas. जो कैप्सूल होता है, just below the capsule a gap will be there, that is called as subcapsular sinus. That is an important identifying feature of lymph node. Okay, please note that this is a very important identifying feature for lymph node. जो कैप्सूल होगा, just below the capsule a sinus is present, that is called as subcapsular sinus. ठीक है, deep to that you will be getting the outer cortex. Okay, so outer nodular cortex. Now why it is called as nodular cortex? Because you will be getting the lymphatic nodules or lymphatic follicles over there. That's why it is nodular in appearance, जो outer cortex होता है. Okay, तो outer cortex lies adjacent to the capsule. Lymphatic nodules are there. Now in the lymphatic nodules you can see lighter germinal center and darker corona. That means जो center होता है that is light in appearance, और जो periphery होता है that is dark. Why? Because at the center newly formed immature lymphocytes are present. Okay, that's why it is light. So that is the appearance of the outer cortex. Now this outer cortex contains B cells, B lymphocytes, plasma cells mainly. ठीक है. Next, if you go to the paracortex. Now paracortex is called thymus dependent zone of the lymph node. Why it is thymus dependent zone of the lymph node? More number of T lymphocytes are present. ठीक है, ये जो paracortex है, paracortex is called thymus dependent zone. Why? कोई भी अगर क्वेश्चन आता है why it is, simple answer is T lymphocytes aggregations are more, that's why it is called as thymus dependent zone. Okay, तो यहाँ पे thymus dependent zone, why? Because more number of T lymphocytes are there. Okay, and what is the location, what is the situation? It is situated in between the nodular cortex and the medulla. ठीक है. Next, if you see medulla, what is the appearance of the medulla? Lightly stained. Why medulla is lightly stained? Any idea? This medulla, why it is lightly stained? Because here the aggregation is not like the cortex. Here the cells are arranged in the form of cords, और जहाँ पे arrangement होगा in the form of cords, between the cords some gaps are present, and in those gaps sinusoids are present. That's why the appearance is lighter. Okay, so here you can see lightly stained cords of B lymphocytes are there, separated by sinuses. These are called as medullary sinuses. Okay, so this medullary sinuses is also a unique feature for this one lymph node. When you will see the slide of lymph node, ठीक है, cortex से जब तुम लोग medulla की तरफ आओगे, towards the medulla, at that time you will see so many empty spaces are there. Okay, those are nothing but the medullary sinuses. Now reticular meshwork. So as I have said, any lymphoid organ, the meshwork is made up of reticular tissue. उसमें reticular fibers, reticular cells रहेगा. Any lymphoid organ or any lymphoid structure. Okay. Next, you can see the sinuses which are present. Three different types of sinuses are there. Okay, the first sinus is the subcapsular sinus. Subcapsular sinus कहाँ पे रहता है? Subcapsular का मतलब क्या है? Below the capsule. तो the sinus which is present just below the capsule, that is the subcapsular sinus, beneath the capsule. Okay, now this is the area where the afferent lymphatics will first drain. जो afferent lymphatics बाहर से आ रहा है, as they will enter the lymph node, where they will go first? They will go into the subcapsular sinus. ठीक है. Next, you can see trabecular sinus are there. These are adjacent to the trabeculae, connect the subcapsular sinus with the medullary sinus. जो trabeculae होता है, capsule से trabeculae will go and into the gland, and and will divide it into small lobules. Adjacent to the capsule trabeculae, small sinuses are there, and these are called as trabecular sinus. What is the function? It will connect the trabecular sinus, will connect the subcapsular sinus with the medullary sinus. Okay, this is how the lymph is flowing through the lymph node. Okay, next medullary sinus कहाँ पे रहता है? मेडुला में रहता है, as simple as that. Here I have mentioned medullary sinuses are there, lies along the medullary cords and drains into efferent vessel. तो जो lymph है, once it will reach the medullary sinus, from medullary sinus it will go to the efferent lymphatic vessel, and from efferent lymphatic vessel it will come out. How it will come out? Through the hilum of the lymph node. Okay. Now, as I said, once it is traveling through the lymph node, at that time all the functions are done. For example, मान लो कोई पैथोजन है, foreign substance है, those are filtered, those are removed, and if required, more number of lymphocytes are added in the lymph. Okay, so these are some function. It is done when the lymph is flowing through the lymph node. Okay, so whatever we have discussed, it is mentioned over here. I will request everyone to go through it. You will understand. Let me show you the diagram first. So here you can see the diagram. तो इसमें क्या दिखाई दे रहा है? First, what you can see? Can you see the capsule? Yes. ये देखो. What is this? This is the capsule. Now just below the capsule, can you see a sinus is there? This is called as subcapsular sinus. ठीक है. Next, can you see the trabeculae? ये देखो, these are the trabeculae. Okay, these are the trabeculae. Okay. Now the trabeculae, as I said, it will divide it into small lobules. If you take one lobule, इसमें 3 part रहता है. First, 2 cortices are there, the outer cortex and the paracortex, and deep to that medulla is present. What are the differences? What is the difference between the cortex and the medulla? Shining difference. Can you see the difference? So which area is this, and which area is this, and which area is this? Or you can start from this. ये पूरा area कौन सा है? This is the outer cortex. Okay. Why it is outer cortex? It is darkly stained and it is nodular in appearance. Nodular in appearance का मतलब क्या है? What is the meaning of nodular? Means you can see the lymphatic nodules. ये देखो, one lymphatic nodule. ठीक है. Now in the lymphatic nodule, there may be presence of germinal center, may not be presence of germinal center. Depends. If it is exposed to any antigen, then germinal center will be there. Okay. So here you can see the germinal center is present. Now if germinal center is present, what is the appearance? Then appearance अलग हो जाता है. अगर जर्मिनल सेंटर रहता है, जर्मिनल सेंटर नहीं रहता है तो दैट मीन्स इट इज डार्कली स्टेन. अगर जर्मिनल सेंटर रहता है तो जो सेंटर पार्ट है दैट इज लाइटली स्टेन, और जो पेरिफेरल पार्ट है दैट विल बी डार्कली स्टेन, एज यू कैन सी ओवर हियर. ठीक है. सो दैट इज द कॉर्टेक्स, आउटर कॉर्टेक्स. नेक्स्ट, डीप टू दैट यू विल बी गेटिंग द पेराकॉर्टेक्स. तो ये कैन यू सी दिस पर्टिकुलर पार्ट? दिस इज द पेराकॉर्टेक्स. ये इज द पेराकॉर्टेक्स. तो पेराकॉर्टेक्स इज फॉर्म बाय, paracortex is also called as thymus dependent zone. That means there will be aggregation of T lymphocytes. ठीक है. इसमें कौन सा रहेगा? B lymphocytes. Here you will be getting the T lymphocytes. ठीक है. So that is the paracortex. Deep to that, what is present? First outer cortex, then paracortex, then medulla. तो यहाँ पे क्या रहता है? This is the medulla. तो medulla में क्या रहेगा? First of all, medullary cords रहेगा. Okay, as you can see, these are the medullary cords. These cells, they are arranged in the form of cords. And in between the medullary cords, what is present? Medullary sinuses. Okay, you can see the empty spaces. These are nothing but the medullary sinuses. Okay, तो जो lymph flow होता है कैसे होता है? First of all, through efferent lymphatics. Once it will enter, then it will go into the trabecular. First of all, it will go into the subcapsular sinus. ठीक है. Now suppose the afferent lymphatics is entering like this, it will come into the which part? It will come into the subcapsular sinus. From subcapsular sinus through the trabecular sinus, it will come into the medullary sinus. From medullary sinus, how it will go out? थ्रू इफरेंट लिम्फेटिक्स. यहाँ पे आएगा एफरेंट, यहाँ पे आएगा इफरेंट. So in the beginning I have shown you one diagram, if you remember. Yeah, ठीक है. So here you can see the lymphatics is entering like this. ठीक है. Once it is entering, here is the sinus present, that is called as subcapsular sinus. Then a channel is formed and that channel is lined by endothelium. ठीक है. So this is the trabeculae. Adjacent to the trabeculae, trabecular sinus is there. And through trabecular sinus you can see it is going to the medullary sinuses. And from medullary sinus ultimately you can see the efferent lymphatic vessel is coming out. This is the direction of the flow of lymph through lymph node. Okay. So in the practical notebook, I know you have written, you have not drawn this diagram. Kindly draw this diagram. Only this one. Okay. Rest I know you have drawn, you have written. This one. It is there in the PPT. Okay. So here you can see low magnification image. If you concentrate over here, this is the low magnification image of lymph node. ठीक है. Can you identify the cortex and can you identify the medulla? Here in low magnification. Exam में, final exam में low magnification में आएगा. Okay. Nothing will be shown under high magnification. तो how will identify? Can you identify? तो ये क्या है? Which part is this? This is the cortex, superficial cortex, or you can say outer cortex. ठीक है. तो outer cortex is nodular in appearance. You can see the lymphatic nodules are present. This is the deep cortex. Deep cortex में also called as thymus dependent zone. And here you can see this is the medulla where cords of cells are present, and along with that what is present? Sinuses, medullary sinus. You can see so many empty spaces are there. Okay. And as I said, ये जो capsule है, just below the capsule you can see this is the subcapsular sinus. Okay. Subcapsular sinus can be seen under low magnification, but if you want to see the trabecular sinus, then high magnification is required. ठीक है. For example, here you can see the trabecular sinus, but not that clearly. Here you can see the trabecular sinus because this is under high magnification. Okay. This is also under high magnification. ये देखो ये capsule है. This is the trabeculae. This is the which sinus? Subcapsular sinus continuing as trabecular sinus. Can you see the medulla? Here, high magnification. You can see the medullary sinuses. Okay. The next organ is thymus. Anyone have you seen the thymus? Thymus कहाँ पे रहता है? What is the location? Where? In superior mediastinum. Have you seen the thymus? Why? हाँ. That's why I'm asking. Question ऐसे ही आता है. Have you seen the thymus? No, that means you have not done the dissection. The student used to get confused. Why you can't see thymus in those cadavers? Degenerated, हाँ. After puberty it used to get degenerated. जो thymus होता है after puberty generally degenerates. Okay, so that's why mostly it is not seen. So thymus, first of all, it is a primary lymphoid organ. Okay, just like the bone marrow, bilobed structure. दो लोब रहता है thymus में. Okay, where anterior part of the superior mediastinum, that is the location. Now develops from the third pharyngeal pouch. Now if you see, thymus continues to grow till puberty, and after that gradual atrophy takes place. That is called as thymus involution. Okay, the atrophy of the thymus takes place after puberty. That's why it can't be seen. Now at birth the weight is 10 to 15 gram. During puberty 30 to 40 gram. Okay, and however the subsequently it is replaced by fat. That means adipose tissue will be replacing the glandular part of the thymus. That's why it is not seen in the cadavers. Okay. Now this is the whole story of thymus. Okay. Generally the structure of thymus is not that difficult. Okay. the most difficult part of the thymus is thymic epithelial cells. Thymic epithelial cell, a special type of cells present in the thymus. 6 different types of thymic epithelial cells are present, and that makes it quite difficult, the structure. Okay, तो कैन यू सी द स्टोरी इज रिपीटिंग. यहाँ पे भी सेम कैप्सूल है, यहाँ पे भी पेरेन्काइमा है. तो एज आई सेड इन द बिगिनिंग, सो स्टोरी विल बी रिपीटेड. तो कैप्सूल इज देयर कवर्ड बाय थिन कनेक्टिव टिश्यू. द सेप्टा विच इज देयर. ओके, नाउ द स्पेशलिटी ऑफ द थाइमस इज जो कनेक्टिव टिश्यू सेप्टा है और द ट्रेबेकुला विच इज गोइंग इनसाइड द ग्लैंड, इट इज इनकम्प्लीट इन नेचर. दैट मीन्स इट विल इनकम्प्लीटली डिवाइड द gland or incomplete divide the thymus into lobules. फर्स्ट पॉइंट. सेकेंड पॉइंट, जो लोब्यूल डिवाइड होगा उसमें भी कॉर्टेक्स रहता है, मेडुला रहता है. ओके, दो इट इज इनकम्प्लीटली डिवाइडेड, दैट्स व्हाई द मेडुला ऑफ वन लोब्यूल एंड अनदर लोब्यूल इज कंटिन्यूअस विद ईच अदर इन केस ऑफ थाइमस. दैट इज द स्पेशलिटी ऑफ द थाइमस. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट, इन द पेरेन्काइमा वी आर गेटिंग द कॉर्टेक्स एंड द मेडुला. देखो यहाँ पे भी सेम है. कॉर्टेक्स इन मोस्ट ऑफ द केसेस यू विल सी इट इज डार्कली स्टेन्ड. ठीक. Here also the cortex is darkly stained. Why? Because closely packed T lymphocytes are present. Now if you see the medulla lightly stained because loosely packed T lymphocytes are there. Now along with that, another important structure, or you can say the most important identifying feature of the thymus is Husserl's corpuscle. Okay, कहाँ पे रहता है? मेडुला में रहता है. That makes it unique. So first of all, medulla is lightly stained, loosely packed T lymphocytes are there, and along with that Husserl's corpuscles are there. Okay, so how the Husserl's corpuscles are formed? Actually, the older T lymphocytes है, which get degenerated, they accumulate to form the Husserl's corpuscle. So if you see the appearance, it is hyaline material, eosinophilic in appearance, and it will be surrounded by type 6 thymic epithelial cells. That is the appearance of the Husserl's corpuscle, and Husserl corpuscles are present only in the medulla. Cortex में नहीं रहता है. Okay. So here you can see hyaline material surrounded by concentrically arranged epithelio-reticular cell, or also called as thymic epithelial cell or thymus epithelial cells. Okay. Next, epithelio-reticular cell. Here, as I said, 6 different types of thymic epithelial cells are present, or also called as epithelio-reticular cell. Among them, the most important function of these particular cells are they helps in the maturation, they helps in the development of the T lymphocytes. जो T lymphocytes होता है उसका maturation development में help करता है this particular epithelio-reticular cells, or also called as thymus epithelial cell. Along with that, another important function is they form the barrier, blood thymic barrier. Can anyone tell me what is the requirement of the blood thymic barrier? Why blood thymic barrier is required? Very important. See, for that you have to understand the basic concept of types of lymphoid organ. थाइमस कौन सा टाइप का लिम्फॉइड ऑर्गन है? प्राइमरी लिम्फॉइड ऑर्गन. एंड वॉट एवर वी हैव स्टडीड टिल नाउ, दे आर सेकेंडरी लिम्फॉइड ऑर्गन. डिफरेंस क्या है? इन केस ऑफ प्राइमरी लिम्फॉइड ऑर्गन, द लिम्फोसाइट्स विच आर फॉर्म, दे आर इमेच्योर. ओके, they should not get exposed to any of the antigen which is present in the blood. Okay, that's why the barrier is present, and that barrier is separating the antigen present in the blood from the T lymphocytes. Okay, so here you can see from blood thymic barrier isolate the T lymphocyte from connective tissue, that means from the blood. That's why blood thymic barrier is important, and in formation of the blood thymic barrier, these epithelio-reticular cells are helping. Okay, that's why epithelio-reticular cells or thymus epithelial cells are very important. Okay, so here you can see the diagram. What you can see, can you see the connective tissue capsule? Can you see the connective tissue capsule? Yes. Now after that, I hope you can see the connective tissue septa, incomplete septa. ये देखो, these are the incomplete septa. Now incomplete septa, what they will do? Incomplete septa, they are dividing it into cortex and medulla. Now this is the cortex, this is the medulla. This particular part is the medulla, this is the cortex. Though the septa is incomplete, the lobules are also incomplete. Because of that, what will happen? One medulla and lobule of another medulla, they are continuous with each other. ये देखो, medulla, can you see? The medulla are continuous with each other. That is also a unique feature of this thymus. Okay. तो कॉर्टेक्स में क्या रहता है? व्हाट इज प्रेजेंट इन द कॉर्टेक्स? कॉर्टेक्स इज डार्कली स्टेन्ड. High concentration of T lymphocytes are present. Okay, and if you see the medulla, the concentration of T lymphocytes are very less. That's why it is lightly stained. And one medulla, another medulla will be continuous with each other. Okay, so in the cortex, as you can see, it is darker basophilic. Okay, it contains closely packed T lymphocytes. Now the meshwork which is formed by the epithelio-reticular cells. Now here you will be getting the epithelio-reticular cells. How many types of epithelio-reticular cells are there? 6 types of epithelio-reticular cells are present, and they are derived from third pharyngeal pouch. Okay. Now this cortex contains few macrophages, phagocytes, and degenerating lymphocytes. These are also present in the cortex. Next, if you see the medulla, what is the important feature of the medulla? First of all, medulla is lighter staining, okay, because the number of T lymphocytes are less. Then you can see the thymic lobule is continuous with the medulla of adjacent lobule. Means one medulla and another medulla of adjacent lobule, they are continuous with each other. Okay, lightly stained. Along with that, reticulocytes, epithelial reticulocyte cells are also present in the medulla, and then Husserl's corpuscles are present, thymic Husserl's corpuscle. Okay. Next, so what is this Husserl's corpuscle? As I said, they are small, rounded or ovoid structure present in the medulla. Okay, medulla में रहता है rounded ovoid structure. Now it consists of eosinophilic hyaline mass. Doesn't mean that it is made up of hyaline cartilage. Hyaline cartilage नहीं रहता है. Appearance जो होता है, that is hyaline mass. That also eosinophilic in nature. Okay, and it is surrounded concentrically by type 6 epithelio-reticular cells. This is the arrangement. Now Husserl corpuscles, how they are formed? By degenerating thymocytes, and their number increases with age. Okay, so the thymocytes become mature, they degenerate to form the Husserl's corpuscles. Okay, next ये जो type 6 thymic epithelial cells है, they secrete two important you can say cytokines, that is IL-4 and IL-6. What is the meaning of IL? Yes, interleukins, interleukin 4 and interleukin 6. They are cytokines. Okay, these are very important cytokines. If there is any inflammation in our body, if there is any infection in our body, in that response, these are type of signaling proteins. Okay, they are secreted by the type 6 reticuloepithelial cells. Okay. Next, here you can see the list 6 types. 3 of them are present in the cortex, 3 of them are present in the medulla. Okay, जो thymus epithelial cells है, 3 of them they are present in the cortex, 3 of them they are present in the medulla. Okay, so here you can see the list and the function. Okay, so the most important one is the type 1. Why it is important? Because they are having occluding junctions, and they help in the formation of blood thymic barrier. Okay, and type 6, as you have seen, they are present around the Husserl's corpuscle, and they produce interleukin 4 and interleukin 6. Okay, next, if you see the type 2 and type 3, they are forming the functional barrier between the cortex and medulla, and they are providing the isolated compartment for the developing of the T cell. because T cell should not be exposed to the antigen which are present in the blood. Okay, so that compartment is produced by the type 2 and type 3, so that it can be matured, the T lymphocyte can mature. Okay. Next, if you see the type 5, these cells form a cellular framework in the medulla, mainly present in the medulla. Okay. Next, the blood thymic barrier, how the blood thymic barrier are formed. Now, if you want to write about any barrier, then how you will write? अगर मान लो एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन आया कि राइट अबाउट दिस बैरियर दैट बैरियर, हाउ विल बी राइटिंग? What comes into your mind when this barrier comes? Very simple. Always keep that in mind. कोई भी barrier है, you have to mention the layers. कोई भी barrier है उसमें layers रहता है, and those layers they are placed serially. So you have to mention either from inside to outside or outside to inside. Anyone. Same thing is mentioned over here. Okay. So if you see the layers, blood thymic barrier has the following components. That means the layer, first of all, capillary endothelium. The capillary endothelium will be the innermost layer. Okay? Capillary endothelium with basal lamina, along with that few pericytes are there. Then perivascular connective tissue with few macrophages. Then type 1 epithelio-reticular cells and cells of the capillary endothelium with type 1 epithelio-reticular cells. Okay? Where they are having the occluding junction. So this is the layers which are present. Let me show you the diagram. Yeah. So can you tell me which is the innermost layer? यहाँ पे innermost layer कौन सा है? This is the diagram showing the blood thymic barrier. ठीक है? तो here you can see this is the blood vessel. This is the cut section of the blood vessel. This is the cut section of the blood vessel. So this is the blood. ठीक है? तो first the innermost layer will be the capillary endothelium. This one, capillary endothelium. Now, if capillary endothelium is there, it will be resting on what? Basement membrane. So, ये देखो, this is the basement membrane. So, this is the second layer. Okay. Outer to that, you can see the pericytes are present. Can anyone tell me what are pericytes? Pericyte क्या होता है? What are pericytes? No. Pericyte, I know you have studied. Do you remember the capillary bed? कैसे form होता है capillary bed? Capillary bed is having two ends, arterial end and venous end. The capillaries are present. ठीक है? तो दोनों end जो होता है, okay, उसमें क्या रहता है? These pericyte cells are present. They will control the flow of blood through the capillary bed. Specialized cells are there. Those are the pericytes. Physiology, I know you have studied all those things in physiology. So this is the first layer. This is the endothelium, then basement membrane, and then what is this? These are the pericytes. Okay. Next, you can see the perivascular connective tissue. This one, this is the perivascular connective tissue. This one, this is the entire perivascular connective tissue, and then you are getting the basal lamina. Okay, you can see the basal lamina over here. Now this basal lamina is mainly for this type 1 epithelio-reticular cell. Okay, तो ये type 1 epithelio-reticular cell है, इसका जो basal lamina है, this is the basal lamina of this one. Okay, so like this you are getting the blood thymic barrier. Okay, another simple diagram is there. Okay, that diagram I have not added. Another simple diagram is there, but it's okay, you can understand. So this is the outermost layer, this is the innermost layer. In which these are the layers which are forming the blood thymic barrier. ठीक है? तो क्या होता है, ये जो immature T lymphocytes है, okay, they are growing, they are maturing, they are becoming mature. तो blood में sometimes antigens are present. So this antigen should not be exposed to this T lymphocyte, or else इसका जो maturation है, maturation ठीक से नहीं होगा. That's why this barrier is present. Okay. Now, can you identify the structure? Now, if you see this diagram, okay, if you see this diagram, what you can see? Can you identify the cortex? यहाँ पे can you identify the cortex? तो as I said, first of all you have to look for the capsule. ठीक है, कैप्सूल के बाद क्या देखना है? सेप्टा. कैप्सूल के बाद सेप्टा देखना है. As you can see, these are the septa. ये देखो, these are the septa or trabeculae. Now these are incomplete septa. If the septa is incomplete, then what will happen? The lobules are incomplete. If the lobules are incomplete, the medulla of one lobule and another lobule will be continuous with each other, which you can see over here. Okay, so let me suppose this is one lobule, this is another lobule. ये one lobule, this is one another lobule. This part is the cortex, this part is the cortex. Now you see medulla is continuous with each other. Okay, you can see this is the medulla. Medulla is continuous with each other. Now how to differentiate between cortex and medulla? Cortex here you can see it is darkly stained, and medulla you can see lightly stained. ठीक है? Why medulla is lightly stained? Because the aggregation of lymphocytes are very less. ठीक है? Now don't try to write anything about the germinal center, B lymphocyte, anything. Thymus में ये सब नहीं रहता है. It's very simple. Okay. Next, can you see the what is the another important feature of medulla? Husserl's corpuscle. Can you see the Husserl corpuscle? ये देखो. Okay, these are the Husserl's corpuscle. So whenever you will see the slide, focus on the medulla to find out the Husserl's corpuscle. Okay, you will be getting the Husserl's corpuscle. Okay. Now, if you see the magnified version, that means high magnification. This is the high magnification here. Okay, in the high magnification, easily you can identify the Husserl's corpuscle. Okay. Now magnification इसलिए use होता है so that you can see the Husserl's corpuscle structure easily. ठीक है. Next, can anyone tell me the name of the hormones secreted by thymus? Yes. Then so many hormones are there. See, this is another beautiful diagram. Can you identify the cortex and medulla? तो ये देखो, this is one lobule, this is one lobule, this is one lobule. तो see, this is septa which is incomplete. That's why you can see the medulla is continuous with each other. Can you see? Right? और ये पिंक कलर का स्ट्रक्चर क्या है मेडुला में? Husserl's corpuscle. ठीक है? तो I think this diagram is better. ठीक है? तो draw this diagram in a practical notebook. Thymus, no one has written the thymus. I have seen thymus. ठीक है? तो you have to write this. So draw this diagram. This one. So what are the functions of the thymus? Thymus का function क्या है? Maturation of the T lymphocyte, provide isolated environment so that the T lymphocyte can mature. Then production of some important hormones. Okay, and after puberty, the thymus used to get atrophied. Now see, these are the list of hormones: thymulin, thymopoietin, thymosin alpha, thymosin beta, and thymic humoral factor. These are the list of hormones secreted by the thymus, and all these hormones are directly affecting the growth and maturation of T lymphocytes along with that other cells also. Okay, so that is all about the thymus. Now I am having slides. So let us see the slides. Okay, identification of lymphoid tissue is also very simple. It's not that difficult.